Yo, what is up, In Like Flame viewers? I am here on the Wonder of the Seas. This is our first night, but this was the first chance that I had to kind of sit back and reflect on our 2 days at the Walt Disney World Resort. Now, we went down to Walt Disney World ahead of our cruise, right? Because we wanted to get down early and spend a couple days. We went over to City Walk, we went to Disney Springs, wanted to do some Disney stuff, but actually not do Disney World. And it was very eye-opening, right? Because there's a part of me, and the family as well, I had a conversation with them, that it reignites your passion. When you're down there, but you're not going to the parks, it really reignites your passion for wanting to go into the parks. And I'm not going to lie, like there's a big part of me that wanted to go in the parks. But then a lot of stuff happened over the last 2 days that also reinforced why I am so frustrated with the Walt Disney Company, Disney parks, and how far they have fallen from where they once were. Now, like I said, we were staying at the All-Star Sports. The reason why we stayed at All-Star Sports was because we were just looking for a cool place to stay for 2 days before our cruise, right? And Disney was offering the promotion where if you went and checked in, that the day you checked in, you would get water parks for free. So we were like, hey, all right, we're going to go down. We're going to book the cheapest resort they've got. And then we're going to go to Blizzard Beach and hang out. We hadn't been to Blizzard Beach in several years. So that was our idea. We're like, you know what? It's going to be cheaper for us to book this room and get the water park tickets for free than if we just bought water park tickets. So it was kind of a no-brainer. So that was the plan. That's what we did. So we checked in, went to the water parks. Everything was fine on, that was Friday. You know, I mean, the water parks were a little busy, but we had a nice day. It was a lot more crowded at Blizzard Beach than I thought. I can't even imagine what Typhoon Lagoon would have been, but it is summertime and it was a nice day. But it turned out to be a nice day, but it really was supposed to be raining and thunderstorming. So crowds were a bit off. But anyway, nothing major happened until the nighttime. And here's where things sort of went south, right? So we weren't going to any parks. We didn't have park tickets. But our idea was like, hey, let's go down to the boardwalk. We'll hang out. Maybe we'll go to Beaches and Cream. We'll get some ice cream. You know, maybe we'll see the fireworks from the boardwalk area, go get a bite to eat somewhere, get some appetizers, drinks, you know, maybe catch the Skyliner over to like Hollywood Studios and back, you know, just kind of like a little fun evening, do some shopping. So we were staying at a Disney resort. We didn't think we'd have any issues. So we were out and about in our car. We drove down to Florida. And we were like, all right, we're going to go down and head to the boardwalk. So we get to the boardwalk, and we notice that it says, this is for guests only. Okay, fair enough. In prior years, we've never had issues talking to the guard and saying, hey, we just want to go hang out at the boardwalk. We don't have tickets. We're not trying to park for free. And basically show them that, you know, we're not, and that we are, you know, resort guests, and we're not just trying to find a free place to park. We get there, and that guard shut us down. He was like, nope, guests only. You are not allowed in here unless you have a dining reservation or you're staying at the property. Okay. All right, sir. Thank you so much. He turned us around, sent us on our merry way. So we're like, all right, well, let's see if we can get a reservation for somewhere. Lo and behold, we were able to get an evening reservation for later on. It was around 9 o'clock for Beaches and Cream. And we had gotten there, I guess this was probably around like 5:30, 6 o'clock-ish, right? So my wife books it. She books Beaches and Cream. And so we go back in. We're like, hey, all right, we have got a reservation. We didn't go back to Boardwalk because Beaches and Cream technically is over at Yacht and Beach Club. So we went over to the Yacht and Beach Club entrance, showed them our reservation, said, hey, we've got reservations. We just want to hang out, go shopping. We've got reservations for Beaches and Cream later. We're staying at another resort. Well, sir, let me see your reservation. So I show him the reservation. Oh, sir, you're here way too early. I can't let you in. It's like, excuse me, what? Yes, sir, I can't let you in. You can only come in 2 hours before your reservation. Dude, give me a break. The reason why they do that is because you got to secure your reservation with a credit card, and you can only cancel your reservation within 2 hours to not get charged on your credit card. So that was really frustrating. And are we really at that place where I can't go and enjoy the board? Like, what's the point of the boardwalk if you can't just go down there and chill and walk around and have a good time? So we are basically getting turned away from the boardwalk. They didn't get any of our money because at that point we were so frustrated. We were just like, this is ridiculous. We could have went back to our resort, caught the bus over to one of the theme parks, caught it to like MGM, caught the Skyliner from there. We could have drove to MGM. We actually didn't think about that till after the fact, since we had a car. So we could have went and parked it at Hollywood Studios. I still call it MGM because that's where I worked for a bunch of years. I'll always call it MGM. I don't know about you all. But really kind of annoying. And we didn't think about that, but we also knew like we could drive down to downtown Disney and then park there, or Disney Springs. Again, I'm still going to call it downtown Disney. This is what it is to me. I could have, parked at Disney Springs, called a bus, but we just didn't feel like doing that. The weather outside was a little iffy. It was raining off and on. So, yeah, I know I'm going to get comments saying like, hey, you could have done that. I know. But the frustrating part is you used to be able to resort hop. That used to be something we would do on our off days. We would go from resort to resort just to walk around, check it out, be like, hey, we want to stay here. We want to go here on a future trip. We want to, go eat at this resort. We want to go and, like, we would never get in the pools or anything like that. We weren't guests. We were never trying to take advantage or anything along those lines. But the fact that we couldn't even get in to the boardwalk area, and the boardwalk's usually not even that crowded anyway, like, give me a break. And we honestly just wanted to do some shopping, beaches and cream, get some ice cream, hang out, maybe see the fireworks from the little bridge area, and catch the Skyliner, and just take in some views on a Disney evening. That was just completely ruined. And there's no need for that. I mean, I get the fact that there's going to be people that try to take advantage for free parking. It's sad. I don't know if it really got to that point where Disney had to shut all that down because people were just taking advantage of the system. I hope that's not the case, but it really is frustrating. So that was the biggest thing that happened that was really kind of frustrating to me. Other than that, we didn't have that many issues. We did some shopping. The second night we went over to the Polynesian, caught the monorail around. What we had to do was basically drive to the TTC, Magic Kingdom parking lot. And we caught the monorail around, had a good time. I mean, some of the prices for things are kind of stupid. They're just getting way, way out of hand. But like I said before, though, I would be lying to you if I didn't say that my passion for the Disney parks was like, I wanted to go in the parks. That is 100% true. Even though in the back of my head, I know that the parks are a mess. They're torn up with construction. It's summertime. There's a lot going on. It's just interesting how being down there and being around it and being in that Disney bubble makes you want to go into the parks. You feel like an outsider when you're not in the parks, and you feel like you just like want to be a part of that magic. And I know the kids did. They even said like, yeah, we'd want to go in there. We know it's busy. We know that it's getting torn apart right now. We know that there's a lot of attractions shut down, but we still want to go. So it got us thinking, like, when are we going to go and plan our next trip? We want to go at least one more before the kids move out of the house. We'll see how that goes. But it really was frustrating, though, getting turned away at the boardwalk. How do you all feel? Have you gotten turned away? Is there something that used to be in place at Disney World that's gotten taken away? I mean, they're starting to implement back the luggage services and things like that for Southwest passengers. That's cool. Hopefully they start bringing back some of these old benefits. But the nickel and diming stuff, it's getting crazy. And the fact that they're locking down these experiences that you used to be able to do and just have an off Disney park day, but still enjoy it, it's a little frustrating. Again, there's probably always going to be ways to beat the system by parking at Disney Springs. But to be honest, I'm actually wondering how long parking at Disney Springs is going to be free. I think at some point they're going to take that away. I think they're going to start charging for parking at Disney Springs, sadly. I think that's coming though. It's probably something similar to Cindy Walk, where you got to pay during the day, and then maybe after 6:30, 7 o'clock, you get free parking. We'll see. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. I know I'm a little discouraged, a little disappointed. But hey, I'm here on a wonderful cruise ship now. I think this is the third largest cruise ship in the world. We're going to have a good time sailing the Western Caribbean. So until next time, peace out, everyone. Hope you have a wonderful, magical life, weekend, month, whatever. Peace out. Love y'all.